tell your story on True Talk with Mimi.
Hi guys, it's Mimi here again. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time tuning in, welcome. True Talk with Mimi is actually a channel where we get to talk about experiences, talk about issues that most youths face nowadays. We talk about abuse, depression, anger, love, hate, and so on. So if you would like to get more of these videos, please click on the subscribe button below and also like the video if you love what you see, and please don't forget to comment to let me know what you think about the video. All right, so we're talking about anger today. Yes, what anger actually means, the types of anger that we have, and also the best way to control anger. And as you all know, I always do my research and I always come with my book. Yes, all right, so let's get on with it. Anger. All right, so anger is an emotion characterized by antagonism towards someone or something you feel has deliberately done you wrong. So it could be your laptop, because yeah, I was mad at my laptop yesterday because it just kept acting up and I felt like flinging the thing across the room. But yeah, we feel angry towards objects most times. You could be walking in your parlor and just hit your feet on the chair and you'll be so mad at the chair, like, where did you come from, why are you here, that kind of thing. So yeah, so sometimes we feel angry towards someone or we feel angry towards something. All right, so some people actually say anger is a good thing, although I am not so sure. But people say anger is a good thing because most times it motivates you to do better, it pushes you to do better. So let's say someone walks up to you and says something bad to you that you maybe is something that you actually do that is bad, and the person says this to you and you get angry, that kind of thing. And then once you just get angry, you decide, I'm going to work on this thing, this cannot happen again, that kind of thing. So some people actually think that anger is a good thing because it motivates you to do better, but I can't really say I agree with that. Okay, so types of anger. We have passive aggression, we have open aggression, and we have assertive aggression. So we're going to talk about each and every one of them. Passive aggression. So the passive aggression most times comes from the need to be in control. Many people, they don't like to admit the fact that they are angry because they don't like confrontations. Most people don't like confrontations, so they'll rather keep things in and be silent about it when they're angry than say something about it. So people that do that are usually passive aggressive people. So you'll notice that they're angry but they're not saying anything, they're just quiet, they're sulking on one side, like they don't want to talk to you, they don't want to say anything, but they are actually angry. That's passive aggression. Most times it comes out in things like becoming silent when you are angry, sulking, procrastinating, putting stuff that you need to do aside and pretending like everything is fine. All right, so that has to do with passive aggression. Then coming to the open aggression, you have many people have a tendency to lash out. Like this one is duh, like people lash out whenever they're angry. Most people lash out when they're angry, like they want to hit stuff, they want to break the wall, they want to punch someone's face, that kind of thing. So this usually comes out in fighting, it comes out in bullying, it comes out in blackmailing, accusing, shouting, bickering, sarcasm, and also criticism. So most people, is when they're angry that they get to bully people, is when they're angry that they get to criticize people, is when they're angry that they fight. So that is for the open aggression. Then assertive aggression. So the assertive anger is actually it means it's for people who, when they get angry, before they confront you, they think about it. So think before you speak, being confident in how you're going to say what you want to say, you're open, you're flexible, and you're not making the other person feel bad. So that is assertive aggression. All right, so you notice that people that actually have this kind of anger, they are always patient, they don't raise their voice, they communicate to you to let you know how they feel, how you wronged them, you get. So they try as much as possible to let you know how they feel or how what you did made them feel. So that has to do with assertive anger. So let's take this again. Passive anger, silence. Open anger, fights. Assertive anger, they're not silent, they let you know how they feel, but they don't raise their voice and they think before they speak. Okay, so those are the three types of anger that we have. Now we're going to move on to how to control anger. I actually was able to come up with 10 tips on how to control your anger. All right, so number one, think before you speak. Now, usually when we're angry, it's easy to say something that we are going to regret when we actually cool down. So most times it's best when you get angry, before you say something, think about it. This thing I'm going to say now, is it going to help this issue or is it going to escalate the issue? So you just need to think about what you want to say before you say it, so that you don't escalate the issue and you don't end up saying something that you're going to regret in the future. All right. 2, once you're calm, express your anger. So in an assertive but non-confrontational way, try as much as possible to express your anger. Let the other person know that I'm angry, you did what you did, I don't like what you did, but say it in such a way that you're not hurting the person and you're not controlling the person or trying to control that person. So number 2, once you're calm, express your anger. Number 3, I don't know why I keep doing this, but number 3, we have get some exercise. So for this, I'm going to use my dad as an example. So my dad, usually, he hates it when you move his thing and you don't know where you put it. So he doesn't like looking for stuff. So when he comes in and he's looking for stuff, he gets so angry. And one thing I noticed that my dad does is once he's angry, he walks out of the room. Like, he just leaves the room and he goes out. You get? So he walks around for a bit until he's calm and then he comes back. But by the time he comes back, we found whatever he was looking for, because we don't want wahala. All right, so get some exercise. You can walk it out, you can run it out. Just a physical activity that you will enjoy, that can also help you let go of the anger and let go of the stress. Okay, so get some exercise. 4, take a time out. So, usually when a child does something wrong, the first thing you say is time out, go to your room, sit down, face the wall, that kind of thing. But it's not just kids that need time out. Most times adults also need time out. When you notice that you're too stressed and the stress is going to push you into anger, it's a time for you to just take a time off. Just find a quiet place and sit down and just reflect on happy things. Take your mind off that thing that is going to stress you or is trying to stress you, and just take a time out. Okay, so yeah, take a time out. That's number 4. Then number 5, identify possible solutions. So when you're angry, all you want to do is just scream and shout and express your anger, but there was something that made you angry. Something made you angry. And if you don't tackle that thing that made you angry, if you don't find a solution to that thing that made you angry, you're going to end up getting angry again. So when you're angry, think about possible solutions to that issue. Okay, so let's say you're angry that your sister is always keeping your room dirty. You get, she doesn't arrange her stuff, she doesn't keep her things well. Every time I'm always arranging you to get that kind of stuff. So you can find a solution to that. So you can just decide, all right, before I go to work in the morning, I'm going to arrange this, I'm going to arrange that. So when I come back from work, everything is not disarranged, it's arranged, you get that kind of thing. Or let's say you're married and your husband keeps coming back late and you guys don't get to eat dinner together. So you can actually plan it in such a way that you get to know his routine, and then you cook the dinner and have the dinner on a later time when you know he's going to be around. Or you can decide that on certain days you're going to just eat on your own since he's not going to be available to eat with you. So it's best to find a solution to the issue when we are angry, okay? All right. Then number 6, stick with I statements. So you know that Nigerians, now we get down, we like placing the blame on other people. We never ever take the blame for anything that happens in our lives. So we just want to say, it's your fault, you did it, you did that, you did this. So when you're angry, the best way to control your anger is to avoid the you situation. Try to put it in an I situation. So say someone annoys you, and yes, it's their fault, it's not your fault. The best way to do that is, I was upset with the way you handled this. I was upset that you said this. I was upset that you did this. I was upset. Instead of saying, you didn't do this, you didn't do that. So you can just be like, I was upset that you didn't help me out clear the dishes when we finished eating. So that person knows that you are supposed to, like, he or she was supposed to do this and they didn't do it, and it upset you. Now, you said it in a way that he or she would understand and will not flail too. Because if you go like, you don't do anything in this house, you don't do, you know, you go, you know, that kind of stuff, and that person is going to get defensive, and before you know it, you start an argument, and then it escalates. So the best way is just find a calm way to say it, and try as much as possible not to put the blame on the other person or criticize the other person. Okay? All right, moving on. Number 7, don't hold a grudge. Yes, don't hold a grudge. So if you're angry with someone about something, if you know that talking it out is the only way you can get to move on, then it's best to talk it out with that person, but in a calm and nice way. Try as much as possible not to hold anything against someone, because it will haunt you and it will hold you down. And then before you know it, it will still trigger the anger again. You get? So the best way to handle it is try as much as possible to talk it out with the person, then forgive and move on. Don't hold a grudge. Okay? All right. Number 8, use humor to release tension. There are some people sometimes, like, let's say there's an awkward situation, someone makes a statement, and that statement is actually not, you know, like, it's not sitting well with everyone. Now, someone might take an offense, but let's say someone just turns it around and makes a joke out of it. Everyone laughs and then we forget it. So we should try as much as possible to use humor to release tension sometimes, okay? Then 9, practice relaxation skills. Now, there are some movies that you watch and then you notice that people that are angry, what they do is they count to 10 in their mind. So they're like, 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, that kind of thing. So yeah, try to practice relaxation skills. So you can do deep breathing exercises. You can imagine one lovely place you want to go on vacation for. Yeah, I'm good at that. I'm good at imagining things. So just imagine yourself not there, but you're in a nice calm place that is cooling you, you know. So yeah, try as much as possible to practice relaxation skills. You can find something that relaxes you and practice it continuously. So anytime you're angry, just take yourself in there. All right, then the last one, number 10, know when to seek help. So when you notice that your anger keeps getting out of control, and sometimes it always gets out of hand and you end up hurting yourself or you end up hurting others, you can seek help. There are people that can help you. There are doctors, psychotherapists that you can speak to that will actually help you manage your anger. Okay? So try as much as possible to always manage your anger. Before we go, I'm going to leave you with 2 scriptures, because yes, the world is founded on the word of God. So I'm going to leave you with 2 scriptures. Ephesians 4 verse 26, it says, "But don't let the passion of your emotions lead you to sin. Don't let anger control you or be fuel for revenge, not for even a day. So God is telling us not to let anger control us. Don't be controlled by anger. Okay. Now the second scripture is James 1 verse 19 to 20. It says, my dearest brothers and sisters, I'm speaking to you guys now, take this to heart. Be quick to listen but slow to speak, and be slow to become angry, for human anger is never a legitimate tool to promote God's righteous purpose. All right. So with these few points of mine, I think I have been able to tell you what anger is, the 3 types of anger, and the best way to control anger. Please try as much as possible to control your anger, because anger can lead to things that we might not be able to get back from. Okay? All right, guys, thank you so much for staying with me on this video. Please leave a comment to let me know what you think. If you have any contribution at all, please leave a comment to let me know what you think about the video. And also, please, we are taking stories. So if you have a story that you would like to share on my channel, hit me up as soon as possible. I'm going to leave my Instagram handles and my Facebook handle. Just send me a direct message with your story, and then we can talk about it. Yes, if you don't want to be known, as the person that is sharing the story, of course we can work that out. But if you would like to also be on the video, tell me about it and we'll work something out. All right, thank you so much, guys. Have a wonderful week.